Alright, let me...
Hello! Welcome to another Dark Motion Media Cast. I honestly have no fucking idea. I think we're on 35, 45. 45.
Oh, I forgot the last, 45 seconds of this song are just nothing but them singing the chorus. What a song.
45, I was right. Anyway, we took off last week because these assholes went around, but now they're here and we're all back. The band's back together, so we're gonna get into it. Where to start? I guess we should probably mention Pokemon Go first because it's just all the fucking... It's all the what's happenings as of late.
There's what's happenings?
What's happenings?
What's happenings are happening?
Happenings are happening. What are thoughts?
Okay.
Thoughts, boys. Thoughts. Thoughts on
Thoughts.
Pokemon Go? Because
Oh, God.
all of us have actually touched it. At one point. So
It's a lot of fun. It's out where I am. There's not a lot of Pokemon options, but I played the shit out of it in Chicago. I gained 6 levels in Chicago.
in Richmond as a
Because it was
whole,
just-
or just in your surrounding immediate area?
Just in my surrounding immediate area. Like
In
when
the
you
burbs?
go in, yeah, exactly. Like when you go into downtown Richmond, there's a bunch of places. But it's around where I am. There's just like Ratatatas occasionally. So I just have Eradicate that's like level 1,000 something now.
I've caught
I
like
got-
3 of those stupid worm things, and then I was pretty much done with it. Weebles, I think.
Caterpies?
Caterpies.
Weedles, okay.
There's not a lot of diversity of Pokemon in my area as well, but plenty of them in my hood.
Yeah, dude, I have like a crazy high level Jinx, a crazy high level Hypno, and Pidgeotto, and Raticate. Yeah, those are my 4 go-tos. But that's all I really need, honestly.
The only one I
Although-
cared about catching is Snorlax, and apparently he's hard to get, so I just immediately gave up on everything. Everywhere.
He shows up occasionally.
Yeah,
Does he block
does.
the road, though? Does he
I've
not
only
let you
seen
pass?
like low-level Snorlaxes though. Like
Yeah.
the highest level one that I've seen is was 61 or 62, and he still fucking ran away. I still didn't catch him.
A Snorlax ran away.
A Snorlax ran the fuck away from me.
Just wasn't having your shit. Not today. I was actually surprised how many stops and gyms there were in my small little mountain town. There's like a dozen in walking distance, and with Ingress there's even more. So, yeah, I was really surprised by that. I can't really get into it. I've gotten into Ingress, but I like the idea of it, and I'd like to see more shit pop up of this ilk, but with different franchises. Like, I want a fucking Halo Go, or a fucking StarCraft Go, or Warhammer Go. Warhammer Go. Just make it Pokemon, but with Warhammer creatures. I don't give a shit. I would like to see some other stuff I can get invested in outside of Pokemon, and packing.
Dude, what's
imaginary portals.
all the Pokemon hate, dude?
I really have no problem with it. I think it's interesting. It's cool. I don't know. I can't really get into it. But I like that fucking... I've slowly gotten into Ingress, and whenever I go to do anything with that, fucking people just roll up on me all the time.
You're such a fucking hipster.
I know, I've been playing Ingress for 2 weeks. I'm such a faggot hipster, sue me.
Jesus, man, I don't understand.
But it's just kind of, like, I've been riding on my porch over the past couple days, and there's a Pokestop in the church across the street, and it's real funny to see people pull out their phone, fucking dick around for 3 seconds, and then immediately pull away. Because that is a thing. And it's a surprising high number of people in traffic doing that for a small little mountain town. So, it's kind of fun. It's interesting.
It's not that much of a sleepy mountain town then.
No,
I
it's
assume
not
we have
tiny.
that many cultural.
No,
stops.
they're everywhere. We've got statues and shit everywhere, so people just made portals for them, and then when Pokemon Go used the same map data, so now there's just Pokestops everywhere. It's kind of
They're
interesting, though. 3 gyms.
Gonna add clinics from what I hear.
Clinics.
Yeah, Pokemon
Oh.
clinics.
Oh, like when you battle other gym, when you go to a gym and fuck with people or something, Pokemon can get injured.
heal
and-
'em.
right. Okay.
Yeah, you can heal them.
I didn't get to 5 yet. I will try my damnedest, but
You should really like try to get to 5.
I know. I
'Cause the
acknowledge that's when the
The
team
game
aspect
turns into
comes in.
something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a lot more involved when you hit that stage.
Yeah, that might be an issue. Maybe I will. I'm pretty close to it. Maybe if I just roll around tonight or something and hit some Pokestops, I'll be good.
Yeah, I noticed that like it seems like every 5 levels or so, like the game changes pretty drastically. Because
Oh,
like I
so
ran into that when I hit 10. Actually, no, I guess it was 12 when it started giving great. Are you how high are you?
14.
You it started giving great balls at 12, right?
Um,
Or was it 10?
yeah, I think no, I think you're right. 10 or 12 because I like powered through like 3 levels
Yeah.
a couple of days ago.
Oh, so once
I
you hit
had
a
a
certain
bunch of
level,
them
that's when
before.
you get the higher tier items.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
like it unlocks new items and like all of a sudden Pokemon become a lot harder to catch. I've noticed that some will like start trying to like whack balls away too when you throw them. Uh,
Doesn't seem regulation.
and yeah, like you have to like use berries to like get them to like you a little more, and then you have to like use great balls and stuff, and like yeah, I don't know, it turns into like a much different game. Whereas before it was just like mindless throwing the same ball over and over again. At least a glimpse of strategy that's been added to it. It's really not that much, but it's there. And so, yeah, if they hurry up, like if they add trading, they are going to add trading. They said the next big content update is going to have trading. I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure. I know they said there's definitely going to be trading, but I can't remember if the content update thing was right or not. Anyways, when they add trading and they add like just like challenges or duels or whatever, like I think the game will become a lot more enthralling, at least for me. Because then all of a sudden we can just like trade. You can just trade with people, like figure things out. Because I did notice when I was in Chicago, there were a lot of different Pokemon types. Like I'd never seen a Drowsy anywhere in my area. But when I got to Chicago, they were like Ratatatas, dude. They were everywhere. So that's like how I got a Hypnos to such a high level. Um, and like there's like I don't know. When you go to different areas, it seems like different types of Pokemon populate them. Uh, and then like being
I
closer to
think I heard
water.
that. Yeah, like that. I
Yeah, I
also
wanted
heard
to
that
test that
some
out.
Pokemon are region locked.
Yeah, and I mean that might be true. I have absolutely no idea, but how awesome would it be if you could just like trade with people then? Like so, like I don't know if you ever had like family visiting or friends visiting or something, you just be like, hey, let's trade regional Pokemon. Like
And they look at you and
that
say,
would be
"What the
pretty
fuck's a
sweet.
Pokemon, faggot?" And then you cry.
Yeah,
But no, but I like the like you mentioned. There's a river by me, so initially I was gonna head down to the river and see if I could fucking conjure up some water Pokemon that way. I like that as a concept very much. So I'm lazy and haven't gotten around to it because there's no portals around there, so I don't give a fuck. That's my deal.
but yeah, when you're near water, you get like water type Pokemon,
All the
obviously.
Magikarp in the world.
I did catch a
From
lot of them.
Goldeen.
It takes 400 fucking candies to level a Magikarp into a Gyarados.
Yeah,
I
well,
was
doesn't
like,
it? It goes
really?
from like worthless fish to like Death Sea Dragon, though.
Right, but it's still only worth it to level up a high level one because you can only evolve it once. There's no evolution after that, and you have to pump dust in it to keep it relevant. It's like a Gyarados isn't even something that you should consider trying to evolve until like probably like 20.
Well, it gets a little more in depth too, because each Pokemon has its own individual value added to its base stats.
Yeah,
So you have to choose the right Pokemon to evolve, and you only know what kind of individual value it has by powering it up a few times and seeing databases to let you know what
yeah.
type
There's
of
like a
Pokemon.
whole spreadsheet that I started subscribing to the Pokemon Go subreddit. There are like 2 or 3 completely different spreadsheets that they have for like which Pokemon are the most powerful and all this other stuff. But I read like Niantic is the company that makes it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I read that they're like trying to figure out a way to make that a little more even in the future. I don't know like how quickly that's going to happen, but it does seem like right now there is like a handful of Pokemon that are significantly better than the rest of them. That's why you see so many Vaporeons, apparently, because they're everywhere, dude. Vaporeons are fucking everywhere. Like every gym has one, like
Yeah.
just chill, and it's because they're like the most bang for your buck, pretty much.
Well,
Uh,
and you can find Eevees a lot, like more readily than you can find a Dragonite, for example, which is like I think the strongest Pokemon
yeah,
right now.
I got uh, Hold on, what's it? What does Dragonite evolve from?
I think it's own thing, isn't it?
Is it?
I have no fucking idea.
It's been a while.
Yeah, dude, that's the problem. Like, I'm like struggling to remember all these evolutions and stuff.
It is kind of interesting because I really haven't given a shit about Pokemon for closing in on 2 decades. Well, no.
Yeah, it evolves from Dratini. And so it's Dratini and then into Dragonite.
Not the weird, like,
Right?
dreadlock-looking thing. Am I thinking of something else?
No, it looks like a blue snake.
No.
Yeah, it's a little... Yeah, but anyways, so I got one of those. I caught one of those, but it's only like a level fucking 12. So I'm probably just gonna end up transferring. But I got one, at least. I've seen it. Now, granted, it was in Chicago, and it was at the end of my last day. And I had literally driven through that city like dozens of times at that point. So I don't know, man. I feel like those are probably just pretty fucking rare in general.
The fun little tidbit with all this Pokemon stuff, because you know the Pokestops and gyms and all that stuff are based on portal locations from Ingress, and a lot of these locations have been there for a while. But with the surge of Pokemon Go, which is like absurdly more popular than Ingress, a lot of these portals are getting taken down and shut down because people are like flooding other people's yards, and you know there's these news stories popping up about like a girl finding a dead body or a guy shooting at kids because they were trespassing on his lawn trying to get to a Pokestop and shit like that. I think the biggest one lately was there was a lot of portals in Ingress, the World Trade Center, which meant there were a lot of Pokestops there. So there was just a sudden surge of people going to the World Trade Center site for fucking Pokeballs and gyms and bullshit, and Niantic actually deleted all those from the game. Just fucking...
Yeah, I think I remember reading the Holocaust Museum, like, requested its like, gym.
Well, that's because
or
someone
whatever.
stuffed coffee in there, if memory serves. I'm pretty sure I saw that on the
No,
Reddits.
this was before that.
Oh, before,
I think,
the before time.
They were like pissed off that people were just like having fun at this like
Yeah,
little
the
summer
Holocaust
place.
Museum. Yeah, I could see that. But it was pissing off a lot of Ingress people, but apparently the Niantic has started to delete Pokemon's places and not Ingress places. But
Well, I think
still
they
that-
like keep getting requests from people who don't want their places to be Pokemon stops.
Yeah, I mean, it makes... was reading stuff on some of the Ingress subreddit about people, like, saying, like, oh, yeah, I stuck a portal, you know, outside my window, basically, so I could, you know, do this shit from the couch, and all of a sudden I've got dozens of kids on my front lawn day and night.
Yeah.
So I could see that being, you know, hilarious and a problem, but, you know. Or it's just driving safety is what I've noticed a lot of people out here, just in my day-to-day doing errands and shit. I just see a lot of people staring at their phones, and I hear the fucking Pokeball getting noises at traffic lights and shit, and missing lights and shit like that. And I just...
Yeah, it's crazy because that's not a type of game that you have to look at.
No, yeah, you just
constantly.
you hit a button and then you hit 3 buttons. You tap 3 times and you're done. It's not something you need to be staring at and holding up traffic at, and in a small mountain town where there's one fucking traffic light. Like why? But that is very much a thing that has been going on in my neck of the woods.
Also, my phone gets so fucking hot playing. this
Yes,
Pokemon
yes,
game.
I can relate to that as
It's
well.
fucking ridiculous.
Burning off layers of skin.
Yeah, I've never had my phone shut down because of the temperature. I know you have been like playing Ingress,
Yes.
but it definitely felt like it was getting there. That was pretty scary. Plus, my phone runs hot. Apparently, I found out after like reading years after I had it. Yep,
So it's
there's
basically a ticking time bomb, is what you're saying.
Yep.
All right,
But
well,
there's a new upgrade for the phone. Phone company just. You guys ever use HTC phones?
yeah. Burners are bust.
Well, this bro's the shit. If I can show the new M10, it apparently is everything the M9 was supposed to be.
You taking in?
If you're in the market for a new phone.
You advertising on my cast, Jose? Is what's going on?
Yeah,
Am I
also
getting the cut of this
Army of
right now.
Lovers album coming out next week.
All right. Anything?
While we're at it, we didn't start the fire.
But we did. Anything else before we move on from Pokemon Go bullshit? Closing
Billy
thoughts. All right then. Let's move on to some other bullshit. Jose,
Mhm.
Starbound finally came out. I've yet to play it with you because we have this weird standoff thing going on where he wants me to play Starbound, and I want him to play Battleborn, and we're just not
I
happy
want you
with
to play
each other.
Starbound.
You don't want me to play? Okay, well, I just assumed that was the unspoken Yu-Gi-Oh duel that was going on.
I'll play
us.
Starbound with you.
Oh,
He'll take the ring.
I won't play
F.
that other garbage.
But yeah, kind of more positive than negative, but there have been some mixed feelings on it, and neither of us have touched it since it released, but you have, Jose. So what are your quick summary of your thoughts?
Let's see. Well, since I didn't know it was going to be released when I started playing it, I just out of the blue decided to hop on because I had it
weeks
installed.
ago. Damn you!
Really?
Oh yeah, because I installed it weeks ago.
Well, yeah, it was this. I didn't see any improvement from when I played years before. I'm guessing the year before.
So you're telling me that in the cave?
When I
25 million patches, nothing changed.
when I hopped on the early access. But this new,
the actual live patch, now that it's live,
now that it's legit full release, it seems like a completely different game in terms of inventory.
So there are changes, is what you're telling me.
No, I'm saying that there were no changes when I hopped on in the early access.
Before it actually went live.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. The first thing I did was I hopped on, or I did the tutorial stuff so I can leave the solar system and go to a desert planet. Because one thing that it was pretty bad at was I guess the physics in the game. Like when you hit a sand block, it all tumbles down, filling in the void that you made. And so I just dug straight down, and it still was laggy as shit. And I don't run a crap rig. It's like a high-end mid-tier gaming computer. And I was a little disappointed because there are some points in the game where you're really below, and it's trying to do all sorts of things. It just really takes you away from the game when you can't hit an enemy because it's lagging. Anyway, that's my biggest gripe. I haven't read any of the reviews, but the one thing right off the bat was that the key binding and the inventory, switching weapon to weapon, was completely different. If they had maybe implemented it before it went live, people would have gotten used to it. But
is it bad or is it just different?
A little too different. Before each, most games, every different item is assigned to the numbers, first 10 numbers, on your keyboard. But this one, you hit one, and then there's a left trigger and a right trigger, or excuse me, a left click and a right click functionality to it. So you could put two items in number one, for example, and that just took way too long to become second nature. So that's my biggest gripe with it. Other than that, it's pretty much the same game. They changed some of the beginning story and tutorial story, but other than that, it's the same experience, and it's pretty fun. And I think it would be more fun if you played with other people, because it does get tedious like StarCraft and Terraria.
Oh, but those games if you can make your own with friends and groups and shit.
Make your own little narrative. I think that makes it a little more fun to play. You can stomach it a little more. Yeah, I mean, this isn't like a review or anything, but it's fun. It takes some getting used to, but if you're hopping on for the first time, it'll become second nature really quick. I did eventually get used to it.
And the story's actually all right, because I was actually kind of surprised to hear about a story, because when we hopped on it, it was basically just you get on a starship, you go to a random planet, and you do whatever you want.
They don't give you the story right away. I think you find it as you explore. If you play the tutorial, it kind of it nudges you on how you find the story. But if you skip the tutorial, you're just how I like it. You're thrown into the game without anything, and you gotta use your brains to figure out what to do. And yeah, not a bad game.
Not a bad game.
Ringing endorsement.
But put that in quotes.
Not a bad game.
I'll send that to
PewDiePie.
Not a bad
shit
game.
on the Steam store page, no problem. All right, getting into shit we've played recently. I guess we can mention.
Oh, and I should probably.
Nope.
it is like pixel art, in case that like draws people away from it.
It's very Terraria looking. Although it's I'd say it's a bit more colorful.
More colorful. They cram more pixels per
Instead of 8-bit, it's 16-bit. I guess
But
Terraria
yeah.
was 16-bit, so you get
like
you
kind
get
of
where I'm going.
chiptune soundtrack.
Exactly. But Evolve, you both were pretty big fans of it. We all played the what was it, the closed beta, closed alpha bullshit, late 2014, early 2015. Palmer, I think you actually bought it at release, and it had really strong player base at launch, and then it immediately dropped off, and it did nothing for the past, I don't know, year or so. And they finally made it free to play, and it seems like a wise decision on their part because they reached numbers that dwarfed their launch numbers, which are actually pretty good. When you look at it, a month ago they were pulling in 100 players average, but now they're in the thousands, and it jumped up to like the 20,000s or so. Like it was in the top 10 of Steam for a week or so, and I still think it is. It's dropping off, but they're definitely going to retain a player base. But the main thing wasn't just that they made it free to play. They changed the game up a little bit. They made it a little bit more fighting oriented. It wasn't you're chasing the monster for 15 minutes. That still can happen, but it's pretty rare. You're going to have a shitty tracker on your team if that's happening. We haven't been. Jose is usually the tracker when me and him have played. He's actually surprisingly good at it, and we usually catch the monster and we're battling it, and maybe we don't kill it right away, but we're engaging, we're doing shit, we're fighting it. Even if it gets away, we fucking regroup, we go after it again, we repeat the process, and hopefully it doesn't kill us or get too big and just utterly murder us or whatever we're trying to protect. But yeah, I think it's improved. It still definitely has its issues and quirks, but yeah, I've been playing it. I'm going to keep playing it. I'm getting those stupid daily rewards, and Palmer, I highly recommend you install it, and the three of us can hop on it and dick around with it and have a good old time.
I'm sorry, there's too much other stuff for me to even consider that.
I can relate to that. I'm playing Fallout 4 lately. It's been sucking up a lot of my time. But Jose, you agree with this? More fighting centric. It's a little bit more fun. It's not just running around for 15 minutes at a time because you're the only person I've actually played it with.
Yeah, it's crazy. I only played it in that closed beta or whatever we played, and yeah, this thing is definitely more combat centered. In fact, I think if you read like the patch notes, like the recent ones, it's all been about like changing up the stats of like monsters and how much damage like the hunters do and the monster does. So they're really trying to like zero in on like the best way to like make combat more fun for everyone. It's pretty cool. And along the way they're adding like more skins and stuff. So yeah, it looks like they're supporting the shit out of this game, which I'm assuming there was not much before.
I mean,
They've got to figure out a way to recuperate some of their money. That's from what I understand, the sales weren't very good. So.
No, the sales were good. Like it was really strong at launch. Just no one fucking touched it.
Yeah. But like they need to make their money off like DLC and stuff, and they made
no
so
money.
much,
Yeah,
and it was nothing.
there is no monetization in the game right now. They're still adding that in. I think they're gonna launch it with a batch of new skins and bullshit, which is fair. I mean, it's a free to play game. That's how you make your money. It's how you get your milk. Make your milk. Get your milk. I forget the fucking term. But yeah, it's not actually in the game yet, but it is absolutely coming. And from what they've been doing with the rewards and the dailies, it's probably going to be pretty fair. When the first free to play first launched, the credits were very skimp and it was very looking, but they put out a patch about a week after the game went free to play that like doubled up on the credits you get. The login, daily login rewards are fucking stupendous. You can just log in, not even play the game, and you'll be acquiring shit left and right. So that's I don't think that'll be an issue. I think they'll be pretty fair with that. But it's not in the game yet, so we don't know for sure. But yeah, Evolve. Good stuff.
Cool.
I'm just going to blow through a bunch of little things, because I have a lot of those. Smite finally fixed Steam achievements after almost 2 years of being on Steam. A lot of the older achievements for people that had played it beforehand just weren't popping, and they would stop other shit from popping, and it was really fucking annoying to the point where I didn't really want to touch the game almost. They finally fixed it. I'm happy. Yay. It took them 2 years, but huzzah. Homefront added a couple new multiplayer maps, different missions, one of them felt very familiar. I think it's basically the same level as another, but another level actually felt different and unique and kind of cool. Very few people actually play that game. Not really a surprise, considering it's still very fucked. The optimization is a little bit better, but it's still pretty fucked. Speaking of optimization and fucked games, Marvel Ultimate Alliance is finally made its way to PC. I think we brought it up on the last cast, and oh my fuck, this game is fucked. Marvel Ultimate Alliance came out 10 years ago. It was on the 360. It was on the Wii. It was on every fucking console at the time. Really fun, beat 'em up, kind of dungeon crawling, weird fuck you, mind warp dimension game. And the PC release is just fucked. Like, utterly, completely fucked. You can't play it at 1080p for some reason. That resolution and picture doesn't exist. When, like, I think it was 25 by 1200 at 85 hertz is a thing.
That's really weird.
Yeah, the controls are absolutely fucked. Like, I mean fucked, and you can't rebind them, apparently. The multiplayer...
What?
Yeah, the multiplayer... Like, 3 is jump. I was Total Biscuit did a video.
What?
3 is jump. It's so fucked. The multiplayer, from what I've read on the forums, seems very fucked. Optimization is terrible. Like, this game is fucked, and I was really looking forward to it, and it's really upsetting. But hopefully, I haven't looked into the console release. Hopefully, the console release is better. I assume it would be.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Apparently, the first and second game were thrown on Steam. Apparently, the second game runs a little bit better, but it's still really fucked. I looked into the missing DLC thing, because the DLC wasn't in the game. They added the console characters, which apparently on the original PC release weren't there, which was Moon Knight and Colossus. They're actually in it. The DLC stuff is not, and there's no signs of it coming. Right. But yeah, it looks utterly fucked for PC, and it's Activision, so of course it's got a $40 price tag, and they're never gonna fucking fix it. It's just fucked. Yeah. So maybe the console version.
I don't know. They might. They
won't. But... And even if they do, it won't be on sale for 3 years.
Yeah, and when it does, it's only gonna go down to $30.
Yep. So it's really disappointing because that would have been a lot of fun.
Well, we could talk about some good news.
Oh, please.
There's a new character in Overwatch.
Oh boy.
Her name is Anna, and she is a sniper.
What video game popular character is she based off of?
Probably Nova.
Nova?
Nova.
Oh, is that actually like a nod to Nova?
I don't know, maybe.
I just assume it is because that just seems the way Blizzard's doing it.
But she's actually pretty unique. So she has this biotic rifle that she uses to deal damage to enemies, but it can also heal allies. So depending on whoever you're shooting at, it'll either heal or damage.
Oh, so it's a chick from Evolve.
And then she has this thing called Sleep Dart, which does exactly what it says. It stuns an enemy mid-whatever. And then this grenade that she can toss out called the biotic grenade. So it prevents all healing within a certain area for the enemy team and boosts healing for your allies. And then another thing called a nano boost, which is where she basically shoots an ally and then they deal tons more damage and take less damage from enemy attacks. She's pretty awesome, actually. She fits pretty well. I think there's going to be some balancing that needs to happen with her. Her Sleep Dart cooldown is pretty low. So, yeah, she's cool. Just a quick little tidbit for anybody playing Overwatch.
Sure, a lot of people.
Yeah. Especially now that this is out, I'm sure the community's going to shoot right back the fuck up.
You know how Blizzard tards are, it'll go away. And then the next character will come out and it'll come back.
Whatever, dude. At least it's free. Like, how much can you keep shitting on this game? Like, they're releasing everything for free. I don't understand.
I can shit on Blizzard games all day, every day, and not give
but
a fuck.
it's free.
I don't care.
Like, they're finally getting it right, and well, it's not like they really had them. Well, I don't know. Like, it's the exact opposite of Hearthstone. You pay one price and you get everything.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be so nice. Apparently, there's a Hearthstone announcement tomorrow. By the way, just a quick little.
Yeah. I was
adventure.
Yeah, probably. But everybody seems to already know what it's gonna be.
Oh, that Casas-san or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Please give good priest cards, pretty please.
Yeah, they probably will this time.
No, I have no real problem with Overwatch. It's just I don't really care. It's just it didn't really grab me. I played the beta and I don't hate it. I just hate it because it's Blizzard and doesn't make you annoyed.
Pick it up.
I think they would probably like it.
You would really like it, dude.
You like Team Fortress when we played
I
that.
really like the story. I like read everything I can about like the lore of Overwatch, and that seems really fucking cool.
Dude, you should check it out, man.
It's kind of weird that you read the lore, but you don't play the game.
Yeah, it's I can't remember if it's 29 or 39. It's one of the two. Either way, you can pay. It's not like a $60 game. Yeah, I don't think it's not a $60 game. And you get everything for free. It's just a hell of a lot of fun. But anyways, everybody already knows it's a hell of a lot of fun. The only other thing that I really give a shit to talk about today is that AMD has decided that it is going to release a line of solid-state graphics cards. Yeah. GPUs running off solid-state memory.
Didn't they call it like something really cheeky too?
It's called the Fire Pro. Oh no! I'm sorry.
I think it's
the Radeon Pro. It's the Radeon Pro SSG. Sorry, so it stands for solid state graphics, but it is literally going to be the most powerful card on the market. It will have one fucking full terabyte of memory. One fucking full terabyte of memory.
Impressive, but it's AMD. That's the thing.
But I was really happy with their Radeons. The Radeons.
Oh, no, I have no problem with
I
that.
had.
I'm just in like the past year or so. I'd say about a third of the new releases I've played, AMD people have had issues.
Right.
That's the only thing that's keeping me from buying AMD.
That's not AMD's fault, dude. That's just because Nvidia is so fucking shitty.
Accept your corporate overlords and move on. I mean, you play Blizzard games. You should be used to this, Palmer.
But regardless, I don't think optimization is going to matter when you're talking about a full terabyte of onboard fucking memory. Dude, that's 32 times.
No, I'm not disputing that it's like powerful. I'm just saying AMD has been having problems, and that
is literally the most powerful card, like literally 32 times more powerful than anything out there.
I'd give it a year of no real issues before I was like, all right, I'll get an AMD.
I just don't know how it could have. It's like the.
Hey man, I'm just saying.
Even back when the Titan was released, dude, like there were tons of problems. Like people were like, yeah, this isn't optimized. And blah blah blah, but like it didn't fucking matter because it was.
It's not just about a thing of optimization. It's just graphical, like just games wouldn't start, and like you literally couldn't start games and just weird shit like that. And just over the past year or two, AMD cards have been having that issue. Maybe when they start rolling out these big bad boys, that won't be a thing. But I'm just going off of recent history.
Right. But anyways, this thing is capable of running 8K video at 90 FPS.
No one needs that.
That is a mind fuck. That is a mind fuck.
What the fuck could you even get to run in 8K?
You can't even you'd have to have a fucking.
That's being future proof there. Like imagine crazy VR.
It's being future proof until I tell you how much this thing costs in a second. But you would literally have to have a projector. Projectors are the only thing that anybody builds that runs in 8K.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you would have to invest in a projector that's probably going to cost you anywhere between $20,000 and $30,000. And so here's the price of the card. It's $10,000. $10,000. So it's going to be released in 2017, and the price is going to be $10,000 per card.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to affect graphics cards for us anyway whatsoever, Palmer.
Yeah.
So this is really going to fuck the bit market, or the Bitcoin market, essentially.
All I'm saying is that... Yeah, dude, could you imagine the amount of mining you could do with this fucking thing? That would be insane.
God, could you imagine what your power bill would look like if you were just mining 24/7?
Fuck that, dude! It would pay for itself.
Oh no, I get that, but just can you imagine how big the power bill would be?
You'd make that $10,000 back in like 2 years.
Yeah, but if every week you're adding 1 million fucking bitcoins to the fucking marketplace, you're gonna devalue the shit out of it.
The government shows up.
Yeah, but it's $10,000. There's only gonna be real talk. There's only gonna be literally the 1% of gaming nerds are going to.
They're going to sell 30 of these things.
Not even the 1%.
Are you sure this isn't a concept thing?
No, this is absolutely.
Is it on Kickstarter?
This is absolutely. Here. I neglected.
I found a link.
Oh, there it is, right there. It's 2017. They've announced that it will be 100% released in 2017. Price of $10,000 a card, which is fucking mind-blowing to me. I really don't. Just the fact that this exists is mind-blowing to me. I can't believe it.
NASA will get good use out of it, I guess.
Yeah, dude. It's gonna be limited.
SETI at home. Holy shit. Folding at home.
But yeah, like, it's going to be limited to like organizations and that literally like the fucking 0.025% of gamers out there. Yeah, you were not kidding in the sense, Tim, that maybe 300 of these will sell across
30.
the world.
30 people are going to buy. 30 people will buy 10 each. That's how they're going to do it.
You're probably the shitty part is you're probably not wrong. It's going to require an entirely separate power grid, but 30 people are going to build a separate power grid.
Your neighbors are really not going to like you.
Yeah, exactly. But could you? Oh, Jesus, dude. It doesn't say anything about these being capable of doing SLI or.
That would just be absurd.
Could you imagine though?
That's how you create black holes and like swallow the universe. SLI, a couple of those things.
But this is a huge leap in technology, like a massive leap in technology, and it's coming from AMD of all places, which is just.
Well, they are putting out those.
They need to swing.
They're putting out those like budget almost cards that are going to be stronger than Titans. Isn't it this fall or next spring or something?
I don't know. I've always been a much bigger fan of AMD's.
They're making like that. They're making a big play by doing that. Like I forget what the exact when it's coming out in the exact specs, but they're basically like fucking 980s, 10 or close to 1080s. The new card's coming out, and they're like a couple $100s. That's everyone's going.
I mean, Nvidia's getting ready. Like their 1080s are only a couple $100s now, dude. They're like half
really?
price. Yeah, dude. They're like
fuck me.
They're what is the lower version? 1060, 1030.
Yeah, 1060.
The 1060 is like $300.
Huh. The AMD cards are cheaper.
And it's better.
I remember that was a big hoopla.
It's better than the fucking. It's better than the fucking 980 I bought. Like fucking. I don't know. Like 7 months ago. So
wave of the future, dude.
Yeah, man, that's just the way things are, man. The second you buy something, there's something that eclipses it 6 months later. Like, and I really mean the term eclipses it. Look at the fact that this is getting ready to be released within the next year. And granted, I would never drop 10 grand on a fucking graphics card.
No sane person would.
Yeah, that just seems like absolutely ludicrous. But the fact that this is going to come out is just like, God, man. It's hard for me to even like wrap my brain
It's an alternative to fossil fuel.
It's an alternative to a lot of fucking things. Like, I wonder if there's like if somebody could hack one, you'd be able to allocate like so much shit, dude. If you could hack one, you wouldn't have a need for RAM. Like I don't know, man. It's silly to me. It's silly.
It is silly. There's no disputing that.
But now that I've derailed this conversation, I'm ready to go back to drinking my liquor.
Fucking Leahy. Dirty Boom put out a new map finally, but it's an execution map, so who gives a fuck? But they are working on a new map for their, popular game modes that people actually play. And they've done some rebalancing, added like a crafting system. They made the cards, crafting, getting all that shit a lot fairer. The recent update, but and they've also went back on some old maps and touched some shit up. They are actually working on that game. They're just, Jesus fucking Christ, are they slow. But it is improving and moving along, so huzzah. There's a Fallout 1.5 mod coming out, which is a Fallout 2 mod that is based in between Fallout 1 and 2. It's been a while since someone has fucked around with a large-scale, old-school Fallout mod like that. I think the last one I mentioned earlier was a multiplayer thing that came out. It was like 2012, 2013. I remember hearing about it, but I don't think it ever actually released. But this thing actually looks kind of cool. I like the idea of a new Fallout in between old Fallouts that looks like old Fallouts and plays like old Fallouts. Not that I hate new Fallouts. I've been playing Fallout 4 quite a bit and enjoying it. And I've been playing Fallout Shelter, which just got a big update, which has new quests and like areas and shit. Instead of just sending some dudes out to get you shit and they may or may not get killed, you may or may not resurrect them, and they may or may not come back, you can actually like go into like cabins, houses, buildings, shit like that, do a little bit of raiding, go on quests, save people, get dogs, do all sorts of shit. For a stupid little mobile game, it's a pretty awesome update, and it's got me playing it again. I'm quite enjoying it, so if any of you lads play Fallout Shelter, I'd highly recommend checking it out, because it's actually fun. Instead of just dicking around with it for 2 minutes and then not touching your phone all day, or not touching that all day, you can actually fuck around with it for 10 or 15 minutes at a time now, and have a little bit of fun with it. It's good stuff. What else? Day of Infamy's coming out tomorrow. Launching early access. Do you even know what it is, Palmer?
Yes.
Okay. Day of Infamy, for those who don't know, is basically Insurgency, but World War II. Been fucking around with the closed alpha. It is fucking redonkulously hard compared to Insurgency, Hefe. It is fucked. Like, I mean, you even crawl and make a sound on like a certain bush, and the enemy just shoots you in your fucking head. It's brutal. I'm really looking forward to it. 6 maps on early access launch, one of which is the Normandy beach invasion. Fuck me, that is just it's almost not fun because you just die very easily in that game.
Oh, so it's actually like Normandy, Tim?
It's actually like
Is that what you're
Or
trying?
yes,
young
yes.
boys
You
that
literally, I've literally spawned and then instantly died. It is fucking awful.
Applause, just applause to the developers.
Yeah,
thank you, thank you for
Verdun, Red
I
Orchestra.
didn't realize what Normandy actually was. Well done.
It's Verdun. Worse. It's more brutal than Red Orchestra games. It's about Verdun level where you just instantly die. It's something else.
I've never had a problem with Verdun, dude. Every time I play
it's
Verdun
fun.
with you, like I rape.
we really got to get on the horde mode they introduced. You haven't fucked around with that. That is.
Yeah, I have not fucked around with that.
It is pretty funsies. But yeah, it's looking really good. It's coming out tomorrow. I'm sure I'll be talking about it next cast. All that good shit. EA's throwing some stuff on GOG, which is not really in their nature. They have stuff on GOG, but it tends to be like 20 years old. About a week ago, though, they threw Dead Space 1, Dragon Age Origins, which is particularly surprising because you had to use it before to like integrate with their old servers, so your character would save, so you could move it over to Dragon Age 2 and a bunch of other shit. But it's still in the game, but you don't have to do it anymore. It's kind of it's a little surprising to me because EA, DRM, all that good stuff. But no, it's totally optional, which is cool. So hopefully more shit will be thrown up on GOG, and maybe the Steam syncing will come back, and I can get free games on GOG again, because who doesn't love free shit? Killer Instinct is chugging right along. The last character to come out is Igor, which is the last character of the first 2 games. So now all the characters from the first couple Killer Instinct games are in the new Killer Instinct. I fucked around with Arbiter quite a bit. He is very funsies. They have pretty much all the elite armor you've seen throughout Halo in the years. You can get on Arbiter and Killer Instinct. It's pretty awesome. I'm currently rocking the Halo Reach Recon armor. All sorts of funsies. They're adding a single player to that, which is kind of interesting. They've gone through and upgraded a lot of the older levels graphically, so it looks much crisper and sharper. And they have integrated the buy once play on both Xbox and PC things. They hadn't really come out and said whether that was going to be a thing. It is in fact going to be a thing. So very happy about that. Although I'm not sure how it's going to work with the Games for Gold stuff. That just occurred to me. So yeah, there's that.
That is a question that requires some pondering.
Because I know Jose got the first season with Games for Gold, and
it keeps wanting to install it. I keep telling it.
Clearly, it's user error. I mean, it's not a thing you should worry about.
So quickly. Talking about that Radeon, or excuse me, the AMD SSG, the Ars Technica, article talked about it would benefit fields such as medical imaging or oil and gas exploration. So I quickly Googled that just because it sounded interesting. And so a little Google foo took me to a Wikipedia article called Hydrocarbon Exploration, which is what essentially what name implies. And then one of those branches is, what is this? Exploration geophysics. So what these cards are essentially going to do is help like greedy fucking corporate fat cats like rape the earth by like imaging where on earth like precious metals and oils and all that stuff would be. So I think AMD just heralded a new era of like destroying the earth.
Couldn't just accept your NVIDIA overlords.
My Christ.
Whatever, dude.
Exploration geophysics
1
is
terabyte of
applied branch of
memory.
geophysics, which uses physical methods such as seismic, gravitational, magnetic, electrical, and electromagnetic at the surface of the Earth to measure the physical properties of the subsurface.
So basically, these things are going to be hunting for blood diamonds.
These things are going to allow for better computation of finding ores, minerals, fossil fuels,
Blood diamonds.
hydrocarbons. I guess even groundwater. So I guess it'll be good as well.
You really
Like you
think
can find water in like the fucking shittiest places in like Africa.
that's where the blood diamonds are, Jose? You're not paying attention.
Geothermal reservoirs. Oh, and it could also like herald a new era of energy. But at the same time, this is
Mine them
interesting.
volcanoes.
So yeah, just it's an insight into how my brain works.
Just not very well.
1 terabyte of onboard memory.
Anything you lads want to get into before I just delve back into a list of shit?
No, I said the 2 things that I gave a shit about.
Well said. Was that? Well said. Moving on. Rainbow Six Siege is doing a free weekend
Legalize
this weekend. Legalize it, indeed. Their next big update, which is... It's been months. So it's coming out August 2nd, which is next week. 2 new operators, new map, some new stuffs, good stuffs. Might maybe stream it on the weekend if Jose installs it on this channel. I can get Palmer to play it, maybe. I probably won't get Palmer to play it. I might get Jose to install it. Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
That shit was funsies.
Overwatch.
System Shock Kickstarter ends tomorrow. I did actually get around to downloading the little demo they have on their alpha page. It's actually pretty fun. The melee combat sounded really good. When you hit some weird fucking zombie techno monster in the head, it sounds like you hit a fucking weird zombie techno monster in the head. Melee felt good. Pistol was a little weird, but it was very early alpha. The game's not even due out for like a year and a half. But based on what I played, I went ahead and backed it just because it actually was pretty awesome. I just hope it's not one of those like awesome 4-hour games, even though those can be nice from time to time. Eternal Crusade out of their Horde mode. The game no longer plays like molasses. That's cool, I guess. They still got a long way to go, and they kind of are taking out the free orc thing, which I think is stupid, because that was a way to get a lot of people into the game, get a lot of people playing the game without actually owning the game. I don't think they're going to be doing that anymore. It doesn't look like they're going to. Very stupid move. Game will be dead. Fantastic. And World of Darkness put out a Humble Bundle today for Vampire the Masquerade. And it's the revised edition, which this was you were correct in earlier saying it was like the 3rd edition. You were correct in that, sir. I looked into it.
Oh.
But it's a shitload of Vampire the Masquerade source books for $8 or $15. If you're into tabletop RPGs, I highly recommend it. Because I like getting shit on Humble Bundle, because you can throw that shit on tablets, phones, computer. It don't matter. None of this matters. At all.
You want to explain what the World of Darkness is?
I think that'd be more your thing, but I mean, if you want me to give my explanation of it...
Yes, please.
Well, it's a world
of darkness. The only cool ones are Malkavian, because they're out of their fucking mind and they eat poo. That's about it. And they were really fun to play in Bloodlines, because the TV would talk.
Context, that just...
Yeah, it's awesome. Malkavians are fucking insane.
So I'm just imagining just like German pornography
yes,
right now.
Yes, that's Malkavian.
Basically what I'm seeing.
One of my favorite things in video game history ever was playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and I forget where it was in the game, but you're in an apartment, you walk past the TV, and the news anchor turns to you and goes, "Hey, come here," and you start talking back and forth with the television news anchor, and he's like sassing you and shit. It's fucking awesome. That's Vampire the Masquerade. Also, there's like goth chicks and stuffs, and elders, werewolves, faggot hunters, some magic thrown in. It's good stuff. Good stuff. It's like 40K, but without the Warhammer and the 40,000. It's nothing like 40K, but it's awesome. That's my review of World of Darkness.
You are fired.
Don't forget to Howl at the Moon. They love doing that. Kids these days.
Oh, don't forget it comes with a Mind's Eye Theater.
Mind's Eye Theater. If you read that, you will actually get cancer. Can confirm. That's my spiel. I'm loving this dead air.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Tim.
Yeah. Really wish they would come out with a new RPG. Why can't I back that Kickstarter? Why can't that be a thing? Not
RPG?
Yeah, not like an MMO, like an actual like single player RPG like Bloodlines or what was the first one? Fuck. The first one. That game, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I get it.
That'd be fun. So much fun. I'm gonna go ahead and think we're gonna bring this to a close, because Jesus Christ.
What, there's nothing left?
I've got more left, but I mean, I'm just rambling on things, and you guys are just staring at the camera dead eyes. Lifeless eyes, like a shark's eyes, like a doe's eyes.
That's how I am, though.
I'm reading up on the AMD card.
I'm reading up on this StarCraft MMO that's gonna get released in the StarCraft 2 arcade soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I wonder what happened
it
with
looks
that,
legit. Like, actually legit.
What happened
There's,
with
like,
that
raids and,
third-person
like,
mod?
everything, dude.
There was
Hold
that
on.
third-person
Let me-
mod, like, a year or so ago that, like,
Let me
completely
link this shit to you.
looked different.
Let me link this shit. This shit actually looks pretty good.
Well, I can't watch it because, you know, I'm
Yes, you can, dude. We'll
Not
we'll
sound.
talk about it live. Come on.
Well, I can't watch it with sound, is the thing.
You don't need any sound, dude. Just watch the pictures,
Okay.
the moving
I'll
pictures.
watch the moving pictures, Palmer.
Look at this, dude. It looks legit. There's like Goliaths and
This is literally the thing I was just talking about 5 seconds ago.
yeah.
It's
Well.
it's like the third per. Wait, is this the third per?
No. We played the third person.
Yeah,
thing.
you know what I'm talking. This isn't that.
Yeah, this
It
is
looks
not
an
that.
awful lot like that.
Well, yeah, because it's in a third person camera, but like it's a fucking MMO, like a full on MMO.
Yeah, but who gives a shit about MMOs? To be honest.
Well, a free to play MMO that's in a game we already own is actually pretty cool, in my opinion. It means I don't have to pay anything, and I can just enjoy a fucking MMO.
Yeah, but you can do that
Voice
now.
acted story.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean they took clips of voice acting? Is it
No,
just
no,
like
they
Rainer?
actually had people like record lines and stuff like that.
I'm
like,
sure none of them
hundreds
sound
lines.
awful either.
None of them.
Not
I mean,
not a one.
no. It's a mod, dude. It's a mod. I don't know. It looks great.
All I see is links to Mastodon videos now. That's all that matters.
It's underneath those. Looks good though. Could be fun.
Could be.
Could be fun.
Any word on when it's actually releasing? Are they
let's
going
see.
into early fucking access, Palmer?
It says support us on Indiegogo.
Oh, Jesus. Pay to win. Can't confirm. Like every other Blizzard game. Can't confirm.
Hold on.
A month left for official release, perhaps? What it implies on the Indiegogo page.
Yeah, it just says it's going to be on Battle.net for StarCraft 2. Let me see. Open beta is now live on the StarCraft 2 arcade. Let's see what the Indiegogo campaign says.
Some top tier
It
shit
looks
right here.
StarCraft Universe official release. And then it says it has a month left.
If you donate $10,000, you'll get the direct upheaval and the design of a boss fight.
I don't know. I think I'd rather buy that
You
graphics
get
card.
1 million minerals.
So that's actually pay to win. Jesus Christ. Pay to win. Can't confirm. Get the
Digital
graphics card instead.
soundtrack, some sort of pet. You get all this stuff though with the. Okay, in the $1,000 tier, it says that you get StarCraft Universe becoming a reality as. as a
Like the
reason.
Zerg are just gonna show up and start killing everything?
that's all I can hope for. What's the 25,000 minerals for each new hero created? The satisfaction of helping StarCraft Universe become a reality. I might back this.
Yeah, you would.
$10,000 isn't that much.
that
I can
guy.
cough that up.
I mean, you're getting the graphics card anyway. You might as well go full ham.
So they're talking about $18,000 is going to be post-launch support. If they reach $80,000, they're going to do an expanded universe. We will continue to add content to the game for 1 year beyond release for 80 grand. New zones, abilities, enemy types, missions, items, blah blah blah. That's crazy.
Is it?
I'm surprised Blizzard's like okay with this.
No, they'll wait for it to actually get fully flushed out before they shut it down.
Oh no, Blizzard is approved. All crowdfunding. As long as they continue to comply with the acceptable terms of use policy.
It's sign over your soul.
Probably do.
Get inside
Looks
the
cool
blue
though.
soul.
Looks cool though. Looks
Gotta
cool.
pay the troll toll.
Alright, I've done my part to make this not dead air, Tim. Continue your list.
No, I think we're good. We're just gonna shut this down. We
Shut it down.
we goodsies.
Tim, the StarCraft MMO, please.
The StarCraft MMO.
Yeah.
The be-all, end-all.
Lord knows we'll never get an actual one.
We're never going to get Warcraft 3 at this point. Or
No,
Warcraft
you mean
4?
4?
Whatever.
No, I'm pretty sure that's what Blizzard's working on next.
No.
Pretty sure. After they were using Overwatch to like propel their.
They're probably going to do another Diablo expansion, I think. Me would thinks before they delve into Warcraft.
Cricket or something going in the background. Do you guys hear that?
No.
Weird. Anyway.
I hear something.
I'm not seeing either of your pictures moving, so I'm going to go ahead and bring this to a close.
No, Tim, we're not done.
We've been done for half an hour. This has been episode 45. I don't know why Palmer and Jose aren't moving, but they aren't moving. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this.
It's just enthralling.
Yeah.
No, we haven't said goodbye. Please.
Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye.
You're
You're frozen in space and time. It's just creepy at this point.
All right, well, I'm done. See you guys later. Have a good week.
Have fun.
Stay tuned for episode 46.
Which is obviously going to be some top tier shit. You don't even know.